welcome back. So today's video is going to be my week 16 and 17 pregnancy update. Today I turned 18 weeks. Sorry if you hear my dog. She just jumped up on the bed. It's like an invitation. I start filming and she's like, oh, I don't want to miss out. And then she like comes in here. So I got my lighting up again and running. I think it is much better. Let me know what you guys think. So yeah, today I'm 18 weeks pregnant, and let me stand up and show you the bump. It's baby number 2 or pregnancy number 4, however you want to think about it. But I'm super pregnant. I'm like real pregnant. I don't think from the front it looks that obvious. Like I could totally like pretend I'm not, but like you see me from the side and you're like, oh yeah, that's a bump. So for stats, I weigh about the same. So that means I'm still about -2 or 3 pounds since the start of this pregnancy. The headaches have not let up. I am still getting headaches almost every single day, at least every other day for sure. And if I take Tylenol and caffeine, sometimes it works. But if I take my Fioricet or Budalacetal, whatever it's called, the Fioricet, it does take care of it. But then I'm like super sleepy because I know it just makes me drowsy. So I can't take that if I like have to function. Like that medicine is for like when I'm gonna stay home and like I can probably lie down. Like I can take it at the end of my work day and I'm all right. But I don't think I could work all day if I'd taken it in the mornings. Yeah, I don't think it would work. But it also has caffeine in it. So it's supposed to make you not necessarily drowsy, but the other ingredients do make you drowsy. And since it has caffeine in it, I probably shouldn't have coffee on top of it. So it's kind of like a pick and choose. I either have my coffee in the morning because I feel pretty good and I'm like, I'm starting to like coffee again, iced only with creamer. But then let's say 10 a.m. I've already had my coffee and then I get a migraine or a really bad headache and I'm like, crap, well I can't take my Fioricet or my Budalbatal or whatever it's called, Budalbatal. Then I have to take just Tylenol and that doesn't always wipe it out and then I feel like crap the rest of the day. So I like the last few days I haven't had coffee because I've been like reserving the right to take my migraine medicine. And guess what? Today I got a really bad headache. I took it and I went and lied down and my husband watched my daughter. It's Sunday. So my weeks turn over on Sundays. Today I'm 18 weeks. Let's do baby stats. I haven't been doing these enough. So I texted myself what the baby sizes are because I have like 8 different baby apps that I like. I know I'm obsessive, excessive, you know what I mean? I got a lot of apps. But this week, from the different apps, I've gathered that the baby is the size of an artichoke, a sweet potato, a sugar glider, a slingshot, a croissant, an orange, a stapler, a disposable camera, a cucumber, a pomegranate, a pear. Interesting things, the baby's about 6 inches crown to rump, so it could be more like 9 inches from head to toe if it like stretched out, but they don't stretch out in the womb usually. And baby has fingerprints now. At 18 weeks, the external genitalia should be like pretty much developed. Little girls have a bunch of eggs waiting, they have ovaries, boys have testicles, they have testosterone, like girls have some too, but boys have, you know, so like that kind of stuff as far as if it's a boy or a girl. That's why they have your anatomy scan that's when they do the gender, you know, scan usually is around now because it's pretty much like at this point it's developed and you can tell on an ultrasound. Of course you can do it via blood work and you can probably tell at like 11 weeks or 12 weeks, 13 weeks in an ultrasound if it's a boy and it's definitely an outie, not an innie, you know what I mean? But right around now there's like no denying it usually if it's a boy or girl. I'm having some water, hold on. Nausea, let's talk about nausea. I am still nauseous. I don't necessarily throw up every day though. So right around the turnover from week 16 to week 17, I had, around weeks 15, 16, I had my first day in like 3 or 4 months that I did not puke. Like a whole day. It was insane. I was like, oh my gosh. And then about 2 weeks ago? No, week ago, when I was between 16, 17 weeks, not between 17, 18 weeks, I had my first 2 days in a row where I didn't throw up. It was amazing. I like went out to eat, went to Johnny Rockets. I ate a lot of food. I was like expecting to throw up when I got home. Let me lower this a little bit. It's been bothering me. There we go. But yeah, it didn't happen. And I was like, I didn't throw up today. I like got into bed thinking like, surely I'm gonna throw up now. And I didn't. It was so cool. So I know that's like a little thing. You can like see my belly's like sticking out. I know it's a little thing, but I'm celebrating because, like, finally, you know, 18 weeks pregnant, and I finally had it happen twice now. Once a weekend ago, and then Friday and Saturday of this week, I didn't throw up for 2 days in a row. Now, that doesn't mean I didn't dry heave in the sink, doesn't mean I wasn't nauseous and I didn't think I was gonna throw up and run to the bathroom. It just means that I didn't actually throw up. Like, is that great? No, it's still not good. Like, I wish I wasn't dry heaving into the sink. Like today, there were dirty dishes in the sink from a day or two ago, and I was like, I'm gonna unload the clean dishes in the dishwasher. So I unloaded it, no problem. And then I went to put the dirty dishes that just needed a quick rinse and throw them into the dishwasher. That was too much for me. Like, that's where I draw the line. Like, my body was like, the smell was too intense. It was like an old cereal bowl that had like milk that hadn't been rinsed out, an old, like, my kid's toddler sippy cup that had milk in it before. It was just like not good. So I was like, okay, like, that's bad. I had to like step away, like just took a break, stepped away. And then I came back and finished it once I had like regained my composure, because I had a feeling if I had kept going around all those smells, I was gonna throw up. Still can't change a poopy diaper. Luckily, I haven't really had to lately. Someone's always been home, whether it's my husband or my mother-in-law or somebody. Like yesterday, I went shopping with my mom and my daughter, of course, and I suspected that my daughter had pooped, and I was like, oh no. She's 22 months, if you don't know. We're about to potty train, but I asked her, I said, did you poop? And she usually will tell you, but like, she also lies, you know, she's like not 2 years yet. And so I asked her and she said, no. And I'm like, ooh, you stink though. And my mom was like, ooh, she does stink. Okay. She said, I'll go take her in the bathroom and change her. And she knows, like, I can't handle it. If I do it, if I change a poopy diaper, I need to have like a vessel next to me to throw up into while I change it. Like, I have to, you're a mom, you just gotta change the diaper. But I also will throw up at the same time. Like, it's just inevitable. And my mom took her and she goes, no, she actually didn't poop. She said she told me all the way to the bathroom. My mom and, you know, her grandma and her granddaughter were walking in. She said, I didn't poop, I just peed. And my mom was like, well, I don't know, I don't believe you. And then it turns out, I don't know if she'd just been like farting or something, but there was no poop. So my mom knows that my stomach is just, I can't do it. What else? Sleep. I have been sleeping pretty consistently about 9 p.m. to like 6 a.m., like 9 hours straight. And occasionally I will get up to go to the bathroom, maybe once a night. But pretty much I've been sleeping 9 to 6, 9 to 6:15. It might be 9:15 to 6:15. And then one night a week I have a late night because I have choir rehearsal until 8:30, so I don't get home till like 9, and then I, you know, unwind, take off my makeup, blah, blah, blah. So that Thursday nights I usually go to bed a little bit later. And like one night a week, sometimes my daughter will have like she'll cry in the middle of the night. It doesn't necessarily mean that I need to go in there and like hold her and whatever, but like I do have to, I get woken up, you know? So, but generally speaking, I am sleeping really strong, really well. I do wake up with headaches. I do have headaches while I'm sleeping. You kind of like can tell when your head hurts while you're sleeping, even if you're asleep. You guys know what I mean? And I do toss and turn. It's hard to get comfortable. I'm trying really hard not to lie on my back flat and my stomach. So I'm using my U-shaped pregnancy pillow from my last pregnancy and, you know, rolling on my side. And I just feel like it's a whole thing to like get set. It is a U-shape, so it's like the same on both sides, but like when I turn over to get comfortable, I have to like, I just feel like it's such a process, you know, to get back to a comfortable position. Get my hand under my other pillow and like, you know, it's just not comfortable. Once I fall asleep, I'm out. I sleep pretty well. Wedding rings are still on, not too swollen, no swelling noticeable yet. Weight gain, like I said, I weigh about the same. Acne is going strong. It is awful. The clindamycin my OB/GYN prescribed me isn't doing anything. So I see my doctor at 19 and a half weeks for the anatomy scan. That's in 11 days. And that's the date when I will find out the gender for sure. And we have a suspicion because at the 11 and a half week nuchal translucency scan, she said she had a 75% guess. The ultrasound tech said she had a 75% guess as to the gender, but she said she wasn't sure because it was early. But just based on some stuff she saw. But she's like, don't be surprised if it is one or the other, you know, the other gender, just my thought. So I'm like, okay. So I would be pretty surprised if it ended up being the gender that we didn't think it was, but who knows. As for baby names, we still don't have a for sure name for girl. For boy, I think we're within like 3 or 4 names for first and middle name. Like any of them could be swapped and we would be happy. Like if we had to decide, like let's say it was time and the boy was gonna be here any day now, we have a boy name, like we're fine. Girl names though, we're still up in the air. I have a name that I'm pushing for hard, but it's a 1-syllable name, and my husband, you know, our last name is 1-syllable name. And so I really want like a longer middle name with it. And my husband's like, I'm not saying the first name you like is out of the question or off the table, but he wants to like, if we find out it is a girl, then we want to like go through the list and like go, you know, go hardcore, like look for good names, because my name, he said he likes, but he's not like sure it's the one. So it sounds good with my daughter's name. I had a thing about the initials and it fits that. We had a thing with the way the name ends, and it does fit that. So I would love to do the baby names we like but aren't using, or something like that, or baby names we like and we might be using. If you guys want to know my taste in names, you should check out Kendra Atkins on YouTube. She did like a baby names part 1 and a baby names part 2, and her taste in names is pretty similar to mine. So, and actually all of the names that I like, they're all like 1-syllable girl names. They're in that video. Like she mentioned my names in her video. So if you guys want to like, you know, spy on that and like figure it out beforehand. But I'm pretty sure the baby name that I will end up naming my baby, if it's a girl, are in that video. The boy names were not in that video, but I don't know if it's a girl or boy, so. But anyway, for a boy, we have some familial tie names, so that's almost like it's decided for us, you know. And there is a familial tie girl name that I'm thinking could make a cute middle name if it happens to be a girl, so we'll see. As far as other stuff, let's see. I am thinking about my daughter's 2nd birthday party, which is in under 2 months. I am thinking about my baby sprinkle. I mentioned that before. I think that'll be around 4th of July weekend area, around there. And it will be like all American themed, red, white, and blue, whether it's a boy or girl. I mentioned that before. We are planning a baby moon, a kind of staycation, really. My husband and I will go in town, in the Phoenix area probably, and go do something fun. Maybe we'll do shopping. I still have not bought anything for the baby, nothing for the nursery, because I don't know the gender. And if it's a girl, like we have almost everything we need. And then if we're having a baby shower about 6 to 8 weeks before the baby's supposed to be here, it's like, well, why not wait till then to buy anything and find out. The other major thing that we have to decide is that our 22-month-old is still sleeping in the crib. And so we don't want to rock that boat if she's sleeping through the night and sleeping well. She's never climbed out of it or shown any interest in climbing out of her crib. So we have a bassinet that will sleep, the baby will sleep in our room for the first like 3 months until it outgrows the crib, the bassinet. And my daughter outgrew it at about 3 months, but she was a large baby. She was 9 pounds and 21 1/4 inches at birth. So this one, and she was born at 41 weeks. So this one will be born 2 weeks earlier, probably, because it's a scheduled C-section, at least 2 weeks earlier. It could be 39 weeks, or if I go into labor earlier. So my point is that this baby could be a great deal smaller. Maybe not, I don't know. I feel like my belly is showing big time, so maybe it's not a small baby, I don't know. We'll figure out at the anatomy scan if I'm measuring to size, or, because on my 11 1/2 weeks, they said I was measuring like a week ahead. But then the doctor said, don't worry about it. It just depends if the baby's like curled up or more stretched out. So it's like not an accurate, you know, measurement. But I do feel like based on how big my stomach is, I either am having a large baby or like have gestational diabetes, or I'm measuring ahead. Like, I don't know why. And then as for gestational diabetes, I don't know why I feel like that, because I've never tested high for glucose in any way, even though I'm like overweight or whatever, in any pregnancy or non-pregnant. But because a lot of the girls I watch, like on YouTube, what's her name? Why am I blanking right now? Liza Adele tested positive, or, you know, failed the 1 hour glucose and had to take the 3 hour. Like a lot of women that I've talked to lately have failed that. And so I just feel like I did, even though I haven't taken it yet. I'll take that in about 10 weeks. I still feel like I could have gestational diabetes. So I'm trying to watch my act. Because I'm so far still negative in weight, that's good, because my baby could be 9 pounds again, like my daughter was, and they only want me to gain 11 to 15, maybe 11 to 20 pounds, and I gained 25 with her. So at this point in my pregnancy with Daisy, I was already up about 8 pounds, and right now I'm -2. But I started this pregnancy like 20 pounds heavier. So maybe I'll end up at the same end place, even though I started a bunch heavier. I'm just not gaining as much. I don't know. We'll see about that. But I am trying to eat better. I can eat some green stuff now. I am eating more vegetables and fruit. The one thing that I'm like really struggling to do, and this is not like me at all if you know me, is drink water. Like, I like water. I still enjoy a good cold water. I carry my little watery glass around with me all day from room to room throughout the house, but I can't drink more than a couple of sips or I get super nauseous, especially certain times of the day. Like first thing in the morning, if I have more than a sip or two of water without having like a full breakfast or like a light to medium breakfast with it, I will throw up. Like not just like a little bit, like it'll be like profusely, and like all the water I drink plus bile plus, you know, it's just bad. So like I have to be really careful about drinking water, but then at the end of the day, I'll realize like, boy, I only drank two of these today, or you know, and I'm like, oh. So then I force myself to drink, but then I wake up 3 times to pee that night while I'm trying to sleep. So, you know, I'm struggling. I still struggle to take my prenatal. I still struggle to brush my teeth. At night, it just doesn't seem to bother me at other times of the day, but if I take my prenatal before bed, or if I brush my teeth before bed, or heaven forbid, I haven't taken my prenatal by bedtime, and I need to brush my teeth too, so I take my prenatal and then I brush my teeth, I will throw up into the sink. It's like, it's not even a question. It's like I am 100% sure that. And so I've even tried where I'm like, okay, you're just gonna brush, spit in the sink, walk away, and then my husband will like rinse out the sink, rinse out my toothbrush, and I'll go swig some water somewhere else and spit it into a different area, like the bathtub or, you know, somewhere else. Because there's something about leaning over the sink and like spitting out and like getting my tongue really good or getting really far back, or it's something about it just makes me want to throw up. So he's like, we have to come up with a better system. Like we don't want puke going down our sink drains all the time. So we're trying to like work together to figure out a system, but I think it's better. It's like, I can't go 12, 13, 14 hours at night without eating. So if I have dinner at 5 o'clock, which we eat dinner pretty early, then I can't not eat again until 7 in the morning. You know what I mean? And so I have to eat a little bit before bed, even if it's like 4 crackers or something in the morning. But anyway, that is it for my update. I hear my daughter coming in, dog's going crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for a gender announcement and my bi-weekly pregnancy updates. Talk to you later. Bye.